You know, here at Jordan Winery, and I've been here for I'm going on 23 years, and it's really neat. When I came up here, I could just admire the way it was built and what Tom and Sally Jordan's dream was at the structure at the time, you know, to just make an awe-inspiring building that is one of a kind. And that was in the mid-70s, and so much has changed since then in technology. So it's been a challenge, a bit of a challenge to transform and invest for the future. The refrigeration equipment obviously was one of the bigger investments and one of the bigger issues we had, since three-quarters of the structure is refrigerated at 60 degrees. So the amount of money we have in wine in this structure is amazing. We have at least 3 vintages in here, if not more. So at 100,000 cases per vintage, there's a lot of product in there. And refrigeration is basically our insurance. Our old refrigeration system was so outdated and obviously not efficient at all in energy savings. You know, installed in 1992 when I was here. It was a state-of-the-art at that point, but since then, since it's been quite a while, there's been many improvements, and a lot of it in the motor size, how they operate. Our refrigeration not only takes care of the structure and the areas like I described earlier, but also all of our tanks and our fermentation tanks, our Chardonnay tanks, our storage tanks. So it has a lot to do. And I had a failing system that was just consume energy because it didn't know the difference. If a motor turned on at 60 horsepower, it just turned on. And now we have equipment that the smart chillers, for instance, which ramp up the compressors, that knows the demand. So it'll take one compressor and ramp up to the stage which it needs to do to satisfy the glycol temperature. But they're very efficient. The savings from PG&E, we had an incentive for it that was substantial, that helped a lot. I can actually access the whole system on the iPad, which is really nice at home. So I can be in Hawaii and change the temperatures, which is amazing to me. After we put it in 07 and we found the savings in the energy at that time, we started looking a little bit further, and that's towards the piping that runs throughout the cellar and into the barrel room as well. I installed all new piping. I think it was well over 500 feet of insulated piping just inside. But after I installed it, my PG&E rep came and he goes, "You can get a rebate for this." And it's like, wow, nobody told me that. But the efficiency and our savings, what we've seen through our electrical bill, our consumption has dropped dramatically. It's turned around so much, and that's the way we're headed. And it's actually a fun thing to do. It's kind of like a game, and that's the way I look at it and try to win the game.